All right, war and the breakdown of this current world structure. Without further ado, let's give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Sincere shalom to all you men preaching this word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And shalom to you striving and sincere believers, the Israelite foreigners, and a few sisters that watch these videos as well. Alright, your brother Shamagara coming to you with another lesson. And we're going to touch on how this current war and rumors of wars is going to lead to this this current breakdown of society. Alright, and how it's forward in the breakdown of this society. Okay, so let's recently, as you know, Nancy Pelosi from the U.S. visited Taiwan. Taiwan has a long history. Basically, it's ran by the U.S., but it's located in China, but or around China, which is still a part of China, but they've declared new borders. Okay, but now China has grown to be a world economic power, and it has a top military in this world. So now China wants it back, but the U.S. is still claiming it for themselves, and they have a whole different political party. I think they're into democracy while China's into communism. So you know, they were threatening to shoot out her plane or her jet out of the sky, but it didn't do it. It was basically playing a game of chicken. Okay, so after she left, they increased a lot of the military presence near their borders, and they're doing military drills. And now, you know, just making this a long story short, U.S. has put troops around China's border. Okay, so meanwhile, you know, Russia and the Ukraine thing is still happening. All right, so I'm on RT News app, and I'm gonna see if I could just find just a quick couple articles, and we're gonna get some precepts. All right, let's see, because you know, you got to stay on top of this thing. Being a prophet, you know, a striving man of the Lord. Okay, it's always current events that you can report about. All right, but different brothers got different lanes, but you know, this is very important, man. Okay, let's see. And Russia, by the way, is critical for energy consumption for Europe. Okay, and they're putting all type of sanctions on Russia, but Russia's becoming self-reliant, or self-sufficient, I should say, with all of these sanctions. It's doing the opposite of what America wants it to do. Okay, and in turn, let's see. Slovakia. Okay, so you got certain entertainers speaking out. Okay, said Joe Biden is fueling the fire in Ukraine for start. That's a huge crime. Okay, let's see. It said something that I thought was interesting. You need to look at the history. This war is basically about the action and reaction of NATO pushing right up to the Russian border, which they promised they wouldn't do. So we all know this man is a liar. He's the devil and the father of it. So let's get a precept. All right, let's go to Habakkuk 2. And one of his blessings was to have the fatness of the earth, but with that blessing, he's overstepping his bounds on other Edomites' blessing, who also got that same blessing. And what do Edomites do? First thing they do, they get carnal. All right, because their blessing was also the sword. Okay, let's get that. Habakkuk 2 verses 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up, so he's a proud man, is not upright in him. So it's not upright. He's crooked. He's perverse. He's wicked. But the just shall live by his faith. Here's the key point. Verse 5. Yeah, also, because he transgresseth by wine. And this wine isn't just a physical alcohol, which gets you drunk. It's a philosophy. It's a doctrine. It's a belief. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Okay? Now, Russia wants to join NATO. All right? Which Slovakia. Ukraine wants to join NATO. But once upon a time, Ukraine was a part of the Soviet Union. And Russia does not want NATO on its borders. That's a direct threat. That's just like Russia taking over Mexico. The U.S. wouldn't stand for it, all right? Or Canada. It's right there. It's a direct threat to you, okay? Neither keepeth at home, so that's what he's doing. And that's why I brought up the Taiwan situation, and I brought up the Ukraine situation. This man can't keepeth at home, all right? His home is Mount Seir, first and foremost, okay? Which is south of Judah. But due to the blessings and prophecies that had to happen, this man has taken all parts of the world, pretty much, in one shape, form, or fashion. But really, the beast system, okay? The beast. So Europe and America, all right? As well as Canada. But his influence is throughout the whole world, okay? Neither keepeth at home. So he wants his country and he wants your country. Who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death. Okay? Wherever this man goes, it leaves a trail full of blood, man. Okay? Trail of tears, one example. Alright? And cannot be satisfied. Okay? So once you agree to certain terms, like the Gadites did, our brothers, and other tribes as well, but you know, Gad is famous for this, signing those treaties. The devil broke every single treaty, so he cannot be satisfied, okay? You agree to this certain land, he'll push you out and take this land, all right? Which land is resources, land is it's opportunity. It's land is very valuable, man. And the Most High drew up borders for each nation. And through Esau's acts and throughout history, he's redrawn borders, man, which the Most High hates. He's Japheth, you know, one of the sons of Noah. His land is Europe, but it tells you that he got pushed out of that land and he went to like the Oceania, basically. Australia, New Zealand, Fiji Islands, so Tanzania. All right, but no, Japheth's land is really Europe. You got Spain, Italy, England, France, Russia. Okay, that all goes back to Japheth. All right, so this world ain't big enough for all these Edomites to rule, man. So it's beautiful. What is this doing? It's breaking down the society. All right, which is going to lead to World War III. All right, but before World War III, I have to mention that the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, it's gonna be implemented. All right, these are critical prophecies that must happen. All right, okay, let's finish that out. And is as deaf and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Okay? Shall not all these take up a parable? And Salakia for the background noise. It's raining cats and dogs out here, man. And you know, I'm on a break at my job, but you know, and I got a second to push the word. Because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. All right, I read that. Let's jump to verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable? So all these different nations, taking up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. So by gathering all these countries and nations, he's accumulated a lot of debt too as well, right? Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be booties unto them? So this man is going to be taken down, man. This Edomite, all right? This beast system, starting off with Babylon the Great, all right? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, robbed many nations, and the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth a evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. So this man, his covetousness, man, his want for other people's things, man, which is evil, right? Let's jump to Ephesians, I believe 5. Let's see. Let's go to 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, which means to look around, not as fools, but as wise. So a lot of these people, their eyes on different things, prospering in this world. Okay, but we looking out for prophecy. We looking for the Lord to come, you know. But as wise, which is wisdom, man, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Most High, which is found, you know, in this word. Okay, redeeming the time, so buying back the time, using your time wisely. Okay, and that's you know, that's something that we all got to do better, you know, even myself included, because the days are evil. All right, bad times are coming, man. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. Okay, and this is the will of the Lord. All these how could I put it, these differences, okay, these countries going back and forth, for lack of better words, they're striving against each other, okay, indirectly, sometimes directly, which is going to lead to their downfall, man. So when we look at these things, we rejoice, man. We get happy about it, because the Lord promised that this was going to happen. All right, let's go. Luke 12. And we're going to go to 49. All right. Yahushua speaking. I am come to send fire on the earth. So that fire is all the plagues, man. All this hell. And what will I fit already be kindled? And it's, you know, and it could be literal too. But really all the plagues is included. And fire, nuclear war, and the chariots, the laser beam for the chariots, it's going to be literal as well too. But I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straight until it be accomplished? Suppose ye that I have come to send to give peace on earth. So a lot of people think Yahushua, first thing he's going to do is bring peace. No, he's going to judge and make war with these nations. And then through him conquering all these nations, the peace will come, all right, for the Israelites. All right. You can read that. Let's get that. Let's get that. Matter of fact. Okay. Revelation 19:11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, which is Yahushua, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. All right, so it's rightful. It's his rightful place to take down these nations. They have destroyed the earth, and he's received that from his Father, that all things are under him. Okay, so just to back that up, okay, suppose ye that have come to send peace on earth, I tell you, nay, but rather division. So division, which means to separate, people are becoming more separate. All right, not peace. So there's not going to be any peace when Yahushua comes back. Okay. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. So even households is getting broken up, and we saw that during this the last 2-3 years during this what you call it, the P. All right. The father, verse 53, the father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, and the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. And we saw that these last few years, man, even more so. Okay, let's get Isaiah 13, verses 9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. So that's what this is all leading up to. The day of the Lord, which, and it says, is cruel and both with wrath and fierce anger. And we can't imagine how bad it's going to be, man. All right, we got ideas and we have certain visions, but to actually be inside the day of the Lord, that's a whole different story. All right, and we just gotta pray that we keep the faith, man, and be of the elect, man. And to lay the land desolate, so the land is going to be desolate, man. Let's get with desolate. And this is the will of the Most High. All right, to waste it, Torah, appallment, a waste, horror. So it's going to be a horrible sight. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. And we all know the wicked, which is Esau, Edom. That's his #1 hit list. But he's taking all heathens, in America, that I should say. There's going to be heathens that survive to build up the kingdom. But and 2/3 of our people, man. All right. Let's close it out with Matthew 24. All right. This is a warning from Yahushua. All right. Matthew 24 verses 6. And ye shall hear, and this is Yahushua speaking in the red letter, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we hearing all these wars and rumors of wars, and actual, and the war is going on from Russia to Ukraine. But China wants to get at America, man, and Russia wants to get at America because it's funding, Ukraine and supplying them with weapons, which makes you an enemy of them, all right? Which we know they've been bitter enemies, but now it's just blatant, okay? Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So we see nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom, but it's gonna really pop off in World War III, and there shall be famines, and Ukraine is the breadbasket of Europe, and a lot of the world gets their grains from Ukraine. So look out for that. That could unleash a whole nother famine and pestilences, and we see that being fabricated. But the Most High is going to actually send real pestilences, which are diseases, and earthquakes. We see seismic earthquakes, seismic activity every day and in diverse places everywhere around the world. Verse 8, all these, everything they just mentioned, are the beginning of sorrows. So that's the very beginning, all right? Which is the beginning of the end, okay? Because the MOTB has to happen, okay? So Lord willing, this was a quick little lesson through the spirit of the Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom.